What is going on out there, all of you beautiful people, guys? It is your boy Crypto Miguel here, coming today with a good morning, miners. What is going on, guys? Hope you all are doing well and fantastic wherever you are. Good morning. Sorry, we were running a little bit behind this morning. Was watching the Flux AMA about proof of useful work, and usually they run a little bit later sometimes, so I was watching that, and then he said, all right, last question, and I'm gonna go. And I said, okay, I'm leaving. So here we are. What is going on? We learned a little bit about proof of useful work today over on the Flux AMA. If you did not catch that, I suggest you go catch the replay. If not, you can check out in their Discord as well as in the into like our DCA Discord, right? And you can chit chat with me, of course. I usually stay pretty well up to date on Flux myself. It is one of my favorite projects in the crypto space, of course, other than the Bizity bit. Yo, Joe Spindler, good morning. How you doing, my man? MCFA, Magic Lucky, good morning. Mr. Cool Man. How are you all doing? Hope you're all staying cool. It's hot a lot of places still. Wasn't so much hot yesterday, and it's not so bad today. It's supposed to be raining all day today, so yeah, should be fine. But right there, guys, is the link to the YouTube video, which we just left, which was the Flux AMA. You can click there, save it for later, go back and watch it, and give it a little view, and learn a little bit more in depth about proof of useful work. My questions got answered. I was mainly concerned about if someone's mining something, whether it be Flux or something else, and a job comes available for proof of useful work, because it's going to be kind of like machine learning and AI kind of situations. I use some machine learning for image creation, and that could be used for on the Flux network, which would be pretty cool, because there are a plethora of graphics cards out there that are more powerful than some of the machine learning websites that are out there. Usually they mainly use like K20s, stuff that'll do good compute, but it'll just take it a while. They're not top of the tier. But if you had access to a 3090 Ti, you know what I mean, doing machine learning for like image rendering could take you minutes compared to hours. Literally, it could change a lot in the machine learning space, which is, I really like that space. That space is really interesting. It's above my head, but I've been learning about it for a while, and I find a lot of fascination in it. But yeah, I find it interesting. So like once you're mining, like you're say Flux, and a job comes available to do some machine learning, and your machine gets the job, it'll take the job, go do the job, and then go back to what it was doing, which is, to me, the most important part. Is that if you have proof of useful work, the person should be able to go backwards and like be able to perform more than one function. And if they don't have a job at the time, they should still be able to make money, right? Or make more coins. And so that was my biggest thought and issue. Forgot I have this wire all around my desk. FA or render. Yeah, or render, yeah. Yeah, you could more than likely, because there's a lot of rendering software that you can render videos with, so it makes it could make it awesome for people that are content creators and don't have the power, not really power, but like the muscle to render videos fast. don't have capability to, you know what I mean? Like maybe they only have a laptop. Sorry, I'm zap strapping this. Maybe they only have a laptop and they can't afford a graphics card. They can render their video in a few seconds instead of taking forever, or relying on like no editing and just let it all go, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I like it. I've liked the proof of useful work scenario personally myself. Okay, there we go. I had to put that wire up before I trip on it, before I pull it in. Or the Raspberry Pi screen. We did some really cool stuff over the week. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna try and pull some of it up. I can't show a lot because it's pretty revealing at times. But yeah, FA, right? FA for sure. FA for sure. Don't know. But I'm gonna try to. And I can open up that one. That one. All right, cool. That makes me feel better. At least I can show you two screens. So, guys, this is some really cool stuff right here, all right? You zoom in a lot. Bam, bam. All right, change that screen up. Music back on. Turn it off yesterday for recording. So as you can see right here, so this is called foreman.mn. Can't show too much because it shows a lot of information on a lot of these screens. But this stuff's pretty cool, man. The dashboard, this is the dashboard's main page. So it shows you current hash rate, 905 gigahashes, whatever. Now this, of course, is kind of skewed, I guess. Well, I mean, gigahashes because it's showing probably the Eagle Songs mining. As you can see, I'm mining Eagle Song and Script. These are both of my gold shell boxes. You know, one's a CK box, one is a mini Doge. All right, so it shows hash rates, my average accepted shares between them both all over the entire time. They've been healthy the whole time, online the whole time. Pretty interesting stuff, man. It shows you the temperatures, stale shares, 1900, stale shares 0. This thing always has higher stale shares. But this shows, this is the worker tab. And then you also have like issues. If any of your rigs have had issues, it'll give you a detailed list right here. You can also check out Pickaxe, which is where you are setting up your server. Pools, you can configure all of your pools ahead of time. And if you have like, say these are both mini doges and I wanted to change both of the pools, I could click bulk edit, click them both, and then change the pools together and just push them all that direction together. So if you have like multiple CK boxes and multiple mini doges and KD boxes, for instance, right? You could bulk select them and just the mini doges and move their pool, then just the CK boxes and move their pool. Pretty interesting software. Power control tells you all of your control of your power, how much power you're using per the factory settings. All right, it's not measuring power per se, but it will give you a really good rough estimate of your power per factory settings of the miners, right? So if it's a mini Doge and pulling 230 watts, but really it's pulling 210 watts, it's going to say you're pulling 230 watts, right? That's what the factory says. All right, which is kind of cool. If your ASICs have, which by the way, this is literally only for ASICs. You can do this for mining rigs, but you would have to add a pickaxe to every single mining rig. That's just too much. Way too much. In my personal opinion. Super simple. Literally running my pickaxe server on a Raspberry Pi. I have a super old, or I had an old helium hotspot, right? And won't connect. It would not connect in. I'm not sure what happened to it. And SD card may be corrupt, but it never would show up on the network ever. Wouldn't even show up on the Bluetooth app ever. So reflashed the SD card and was able to like get into was able to put in like a new SD card and was able to get into it. So I'm assuming that SD card was trashed, but to be honest, it was only a 2 GB Pi 4 from an OG hotspot, so it wasn't really worth much to me. And I went ahead and ran a pickaxe server on it. So now it runs my pickaxe server to see all the ASICs. Now this is just for what I have like at home. Kind of like a testing it before I take and do any kind of editing on the farm stuff, because we do have a pickaxe set up at the farm, so I can see like all of the E3s, the M30S pluses, the mini Doges that are there, soon to be the S and 10s, and really it's an S9, just 6 hashing boards instead of 3. So do all CK boxes get 15% rejects? I don't think so. This was also taken, as you can see, like a couple days ago, like right after I got it up and running. So this could be completely different at this point. I'm gonna try to pull it up for you though. I'll look it up on the pool side real fast. I'm only getting about 2.3 rejected shares currently. Right here. So it could have just been the build up from like starting out. That makes sense. But yeah, definitely I don't click that. Yeah, no. Not that bad. Not that bad. I'm kind of curious. I'll check Foreman real fast though. I don't know. Foreman still shows 15%, but the pool only shows 3 or 2.3 or whatever. Oh, okay, thanks. I was just wondering. I've never heard of anyone else seeing anything about that. Yeah, no. I mean, it still shows 15 on my Foreman. Now you have me curious of what it's what it is. Like full side shows low, but what does the actual dashboard show? Yeah, rejected rate on the actual like mini Doge dashboard is also 3%. It just needs to run longer. The average is definitely less than what it was on this screen. Is less, so I'm assuming it just needs to like wait it out, because it still shows that it's only at, oh no, because it hasn't gotten any more. Okay, it hasn't changed because it hasn't gotten any more rejected shares, so that's why it hasn't changed. Okay, yeah, that was just a startup thing. So just a startup thing. Good catch though, because I definitely wouldn't like, I didn't think about it as much because I'm full side. I usually see it and it's only like 2 or 3%. So maybe over like a month standing, this will actually probably go away. And of course, this is just a picture too, like, by the way. So like, all right. So yeah, good catch though. But it is definitely just a starting up situation. As you can see, I mean, rejecteds are super low, right? But yeah, pretty freaking cool. Really cool software. I don't I don't remember if, I know my account isn't like a pro account, but I know the Family Mine account is. Yeah, but I can't see it. So there's like an extra tab over here that is like infrastructure, and you can actually build a virtual, basically build your farm virtually, right? And so like when something goes wrong, you know where to go. You can go as far as labeling these racks, like, oh, this gold shell CK box is on rack 3, row 2. So you know it's on the 3rd rack, 2nd row, right? Like, you'll know exactly where it is. And you can pinpoint it down to the location. You can assign static IPs. That way they don't ever move off of that IP address. As long as the MAC ID shows up, it'll have that IP, which is really nice and really interesting. Like I said, this is literally mainly for ASICs. I would not recommend putting this for like mining rigs. You can for HiveOS integration, but you literally have to just install a pickaxe server on every single rig. And that, if you got like a couple rigs, it might be worth it. But if you got like a lot of rigs, like 20, 30 rigs, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot. And when something goes wrong, you have to go redo it. Not worth it for me. When I can just IP search, which is the nice thing when you go to click add a miner. I'm act like I'm gonna click it, but you can click add a miner right here, and it gives you the option to IP scan, and you can then pick between manufacturers. So you can say like, find all ant miners between default IP of 2, right? Like 192.168.0.2, and between a factor of like 200. So your last digits will be 200, and it'll search those 198 IP addresses, right? And it'll search them all. And if it sees any Antminers on those IP addresses, it'll add them. And you can just click add, just like I did for here. Which is like really nice. When I went to go do the farm, we have Antminers, What's miners, and gold shells. So there's 3 different types of ASICs at the farm, and all I had to do was click the add miner button 3 different times, because I had to do, so you had to specify each brand, and it'll just run the feature. So when the 3 other What's miners come online, I just have to go to the feature, add a miner, search IPs, and then it'll add it again, add the newest miner into the IP lineup. Super fantastic. So easy. You don't have to go searching for the IP address of the ASIC. You can just let it get added into your system, which is just beautiful. Saves you from having to like go hunt down IP addresses. So when you're at scale with like 100 plus ASICs, makes sense, because you don't have to cycle, you don't have to go through 100 different IPs and figure out which one's new and everything. You can just IP scan it and find it and add it automatically. Beautiful. Yeah, features like the location identification, similar to Octominer's feature to send blinking lights to a particular case of your choosing, is a cool industrial scale solution. It is a huge, like, helpful feature when you want to go find something that's like wrong, right? Especially when you're trying to like track it down. I think the guy DJ Mines interviewed has 200 gigahash of GPUs. Just imagine him trying to locate a problem rig without that. Yeah. Django, DeFi Django. Yeah. That was wild, man. Or no, that wasn't Django. That was another guy. I don't think Django has 200 gigahashes. Django's got quite a bit of gigahash, but he isn't using Octominer cases either yet. He's using Mystic Miner cases, and they don't have that option. But yeah, it's a lot of GPUs, man. Imagine like a mining farm of 1,000 ASICs or something like that. Trying to find, and they're all on a single wall, right? And trying to figure out which one's giving you a problem. Yeah, I agree, man. It's crazy stuff, like crazy stuff. So we got the pickaxe server set up at the farm. That's super awesome. Super simple, like ridiculously simple. And Foreman.mn is the software, and it is like 100% free up into 25 miners, so 25 ASICs, and it's free, and you get like almost full remote control. You can get further into the remote control, but you just have to set up the APIs yourself and be able to do that. But yeah, Yeah, racks to go 40 PI. It's like the Matrix. Yeah, dude. You see him, you're like, holy cow. What if you have a problem all the way up there? Like, that's... Go get the scissor lift. Still running E3s. What do you mine on those? Yeah, Nim has E3s. He mines Ethereum Classic on them. Yeah, they have a firmware update, or they had it a long time ago, but he firmware updated his, so that way he can mine ETC. He's been mining ETC for quite a long time with them. They'll get about 180-ish mega hashes or so. They don't take a lot of wattage either. Yeah. I know the the 810, the ETH miner from InnoSilicon. They actually you can mine ETC with those now too, with the firmware update. Yo, nerd, what is up, my man? How are you doing? How are you doing? I do know, guys, that Serpent does go live here in a little bit, so if you guys have any questions, I have no plans set for today. Because some of you may know, of course, we will be having our baby on the 3rd, which is, what, Wednesday, right? So I didn't make any plans for this weekend because we have between, what, last Wednesday and this coming Wednesday, baby could be born. So I did not plan anything, just in case. Just in case. So had no plans. If you guys have questions, please ask them. But I will not be here next weekend, most likely. So no Good Morning Miners next Saturday, more than likely. Sold all of my E3s 2 years ago. Nice. Hopefully you made a good profit on them. E3s still go for quite a bit of money now, which I was like rather shocked about. Fantastic. That's right. That is right, nerd. So you all will not see me like next week at all, even on DCA Venture. It'll just be, you'll see Jay and Nim and Chris and Gundy. Gundy should be back next week on DCA, but yeah. Yep, it's that time. RPM released a video about the firmware in InnoSilicon. I have to watch that later. Yeah, a lot of I mean, all it is going to be a firmware update. The algorithm is the same. It's just the way it points. So please don't be here next weekend. No work before after a child, not worth it. Enjoy life, bro. Unfortunately, I will be working. So unfortunately. Well, for the most part working, right? My main income job is non-existent anymore, so I'll be looking for new work. As well as the new fan comes in next week. I'm just gonna try and like not think about it. but I'm gonna give myself the week for sure. What is up, Integra guy? Plus, I mean, just because we're getting induced on a Wednesday doesn't mean that we'll have a baby on a Wednesday, right? You could still have a baby on Thursday. I would hope not, for my wife's sake. Need to check on the CKB bucks. I forgot about that one. Yeah, man, that one just stacks sats and just does what it does work, man. One of my favorites. I like CKB though. I've mined CKB for years. Mainly on FPGAs. Nervos is a good project. Not financial advice whatsoever, but it is one of my favorites. Filecoin trying to make that pump, man. 23% in the last 24 hours. Grab some more coffee. Go grab some more coffee real fast, and y'all need to ask me some questions, because you're all amazing. One of those magic, one of those quads doesn't get noticed. Then one day it becomes hero at a pump. Since none of us hit the 1.28 million but Mega Millions. I know, man. Nope, I didn't even play, so I can't win if I don't play. But yeah. I don't think anybody won either, right? It's still unclaimed. Oh, no. Someone in Illinois hit it. Yep. Someone in Illinois hit the $1.28 billion jackpot. Was announced an hour ago. Yes, one person always don't know if they cash their ticket. Probably lawyering up. They should. It's a lot of money. Des Plaines in Illinois. Yeah, it doesn't show that anybody like turned it in or anything, but yeah, definitely has a winning ticket. DJ Yeet, what's up, DJ? Yeah, man, someone won it. It's crazy. It wasn't DJ. He's here. Nobody else here if they won that dough. Imagine the mining farm you could buy with that, man, right? The mining farm you can win. All right. Just got here. What is it? What do you mean, what is it? Oh, someone won the Mega Millions last night, DJ. Someone in Illinois. Nerd, I bet they'll be broke in a year. Probably. That's usually how it goes. But also people that have won the lottery have usually won it multiple times. So. And they're usually still broke. Get all that money, then you live a lavish lifestyle, then you don't have the money to pay for all of the, pay the man, and the man takes it all back. It's a scam. They give it to you just so they can take it away from you. It's a excuse to print money. Here's your conspiracy for the day. The lottery is the money printer. Hands come out fast. Yeah, they do, man. Yep. DJ, I did get your Flux banner. I have it. It is at the office, at the facility. I was gonna make a video the other day when I was there. I was gonna record it, but I left in a hurry because we had some issues at the farm. So I left fast and I left my camera. So I was not able to record the video that I was wanting to do for the Flux banner. So I would say this next week, but baby's being born on Wednesday, so maybe not next week. Maybe the week after that I will be able to record the video of me opening up the banner and get that hung up. I have a spot at the facility that I'm gonna hang it up, and you'll all get to see it here soon. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, man. Congrats. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, my man. Newports for life. Yo, nerd, that's funny. Yeah, it'd be difficult for you to spend that amount of money fast. But if you just keep giving money to family members and keep paying for their stuff, it will go way faster. That's usually what most people do, is that they help their families out, which nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but then they wonder why all the money's gone when they spent 5 million, they spent 5 million, they spent 5 million, they spent 5 million. You got a new house, you got a new house, you got a new house, you got a new car, you got a new car, you got a new car. I got 5 new cars. Oh, dang, now taxes. Because you bought it all. Kind of the way that works. Yep. Out of the way, yeah. Let's get real. We're all introverts here. Yeah. Facts. Magic Lucky. Facts. It would finally pay off not having that many friends. Yes. Yes. Introverts for life, man. Introverts for life. I got a very, very tight circle of friends. And that's it. But I think I would consider most of my friends introverts too, so it's okay. We all understand. But yeah, it would definitely pay off at that point. And having a small family. Yeah, for sure. For freaking sure. How's Townstar doing, nerd? Almost 3 cents, man. Oh wow, it reached 3 cents yesterday. It almost reached 4 cents yesterday. Wow. Nice. Very nice. It's a Chappelle Show skit. Yeah. Life is a Chappelle Show skit. Just not the best one. I've seen better. Should I repaste and put new fans on my 3070s? Are the old fans bad already? I mean, I say that like that. It's not common. But repaste them, maybe. More or less repadding them would help them. But, of course, when you repad them, you might as well repaste them because you're going to break that bond anyway. So 3070s for sure, repaste and repad them. 1070s, fix or sell. 1070s, man, personally, I think I would just fix them. That's me. You know what I mean? Like, because of the fact that they're 1070s, I mean, they're quite a few generations older. If you could sell them for a dang good price, maybe do it. But I mean, I would definitely just hash them. I think, you know what I mean? All my Zotac 3070s have a bad fan on them. Freaking Zotac. I would replace the fans on the Zotacs. Speaking of people who can't spend their money fast enough because it's not physically possible. Elon Musk selling a ton of Bitcoin at a loss recently. Yeah, like Nerd said, tax write-off. Yep. Take that loss for all the wins that you had this year. It's the easiest to take a loss on. He bought back in. You know he did. He just has to sell at a loss. can't sell his own stocks. You know what I mean? That would look bad. So why not sell Bitcoin? Who owns no house? Like, sorry guys, can't do the party in my place. I don't have one. Man, right? EVGA, no issues, yeah. All those Zotacs, man. If I was a billionaire, I would never own a single Zotac. Facts. Magic Lucky, I approve that message. EVGA all the way. If I had the chance. Only withdraw if you are down. Yeah, if you withdraw, it's still a taxable event. And if you withdraw at a loss, it still counts. Pro tip. Just withdraw to another wallet. Or do what I did. Not financial advice. Swap it. Forgot to smash the like. That's right, man. Who forgot to hit that like button? And while you're down in the subscribe button, that little bell notification. So you know every time that we go live here on the channel or post videos, there will be a video dropping on Monday. And Tuesday and Thursday is the new schedule we're going to try and go with. You'll have a video drop on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, and then you'll have the live stream on Saturdays. So you'll have me every other day here on this channel as of right now. Next week you may have the Tuesday video and the Thursday video, but you won't have me on Saturday, right? I already have the content recorded and edited to launch those days, which is so helpful that I can continue doing that while I am not here. So you will get to see my face next week. But the next time you see me live, if you're not on DCA Adventure tonight, unless anything goes crazy between now and then, this is the last time you will see me live before I have the little one. And if you are not in the Patreon, remember, and if you are on the Patreon, remember that this Sunday is the Patreon Sunday sermons in DCA Adventure. So if you're in the DCA Patreon, $5 and up tier, you'll have access to the Patreon sermons. Now, I will probably be there, probably not be there. I can't make that call, but regardless, the sermon will still be happening around at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time in the DCA Adventure FA sermon chat. And if you have access to it, then you will see it. Last days of freedom. Bro, this is my fourth kid. I sacrificed my freedom 10 years ago. And I would not give it, and I would not trade it for the world. It's not his first kid though, DJ. Yeah, this was number 4, sir. Building his DCA army for a while now, that's right. That is right. But now my roster's even. 2 boys and 2 girls. So we got an even roster now. Boys tapped out though. Oh, you good then? Yeah, I'm not like just another day, right? So that everyone's like, oh, you're having another kid, it's crazy. I'm like, just another day. Just another kid. I always wondered why did EVGA skip the supers for the 30 series? Off topic. So they actually talked about doing the supers, but they actually shied away from it because they did so many revisions of like versions. They just said V1, V2, V3, right? That's your supers. Because even some of them, you know, for instance, 3070 Ti. I have a 3070 Ti. It is not the same card as a 3070. Different memory type. The chip is actually different. The board is the same, but the specs are a little different, right? So technically it's a different card. And I don't know that I would have called it a Ti. I probably would have called it a Super, but there was just so many revisions. I just don't think they wanted to like add another name into it. 3070 Ti Super V3. No one wants to do that, right? They are already having a mouthful with the Ti V2 LHR. You know what I mean? $3070 Super GDDR6 would be sick maybe. I think it could be. I like my 3070 Ti. It's just that with the GDDR6X memory, I have to worry about the heating issues that a 3070 did not. So I thermal throttle compared to like a normal 3070, right? Doing the same thing. But I do hash harder than a 3070. But throttled because memory temperatures. I don't know that it was like a good trade. Better memory is always good, of course, but it was also the hotter of the memory types. Nice. That's pretty interesting. You gotta stop at even numbers, yeah. Gotta stop at the even numbers, man. I don't know, I'm on oddball. I like odd numbers. I'd prefer 3 over 2. I don't know that I'd prefer 5 over 4 though. I don't know that I'd prefer that. Different situation maybe. The small memory buses on the 40 series look mighty stinky. Yeah, they don't look that great. I'm not thoroughly impressed with the 40 series. I will buy more AMD cards, more than likely, if like I buy graphics cards. Not looking to buy graphics cards though. But if I was, I would probably buy more AMD cards. I'm really interested in testing out the new AMD software because it allows for noise cancellation, kind of like NVIDIA Broadcast does. And they offer it for AMD GPUs now, which is really freaking awesome. I think they were saying what the newer AMD series is going to have, 20 gigabytes per second memory, which is super fast. In my personal opinion. I don't see the... Right here. AMD noise suppression is now available. Dig it. I love AMD cards, to be honest. For compute resources, even AI, they're great cards. Later, Joe Spindler, it is that time, and Serpent is currently live as we speak, so I don't want to take away from his time. So, but yeah, I'm really interested in this. I would love to see what this is going to do for people. It is well overdue. This needed to be done, right? They've been lacking in this space for a while. A lot of streamers don't use AMD because of these features right here that were lacking. So I am rather impressed. Five over 4, better have a big bed. No, that's not what I said. I prefer 4 over 5. Plastic one-time screws, that would suck. End of August, for a 4000 series? Nice. Well, let me know. And he's always listening now too, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still OpenCL drivers, so I mean, you would know if it's listening. At least. Wow, right there. Can confirm OpenGL optimizations work on Polaris as well. Those that one should note, noise suppression is only available for Ryzen 5000 and Radeon 6000 or newer hardware. Oh. Well, that's nice. So you can do it with just your CPU. That's nice. So even if you don't have a newer graphics card, you could use a newer CPU to do it. Or do you have to have them? Surely you wouldn't have to have them both, because that would be kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. But alright guys, well, we're gonna skedaddle out of here. We're all gonna head over to Serpent's stream, so make sure you show him some Crypto Mikkel love. Tell him where you're coming from. We would greatly appreciate it. Of course, as we leave here, everyone will be sent right over to his stream via redirect. So thank you for getting me up to that point of the time, up until that point where I can actually do that kind of stuff now. So please continue to hit the like button, subscribe button, the bell notification, and share these videos with everyone that you possibly can. I would greatly appreciate it, guys. I will catch y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all tonight on DCA Adventure, and you'll see my recorded face over the week. And yeah, the next time you see me, I'll have another baby. Peace out, guys. Remember, keep on mining. Never give up. You're all FA.